All right, we're gonna net some of these yearling shad that are up here. These are gizzard shad. They're not very big. They're usually in that 2 to 3 inch range, but some of these out here can get 5 to 6 inches. So it's kind of a crapshoot. But I use a small net for this, just because they're so thick that I usually get too many that I can't even lift it. So no sense of killing a whole lot of bait for no reason. This is a cheap net. I'm not a real fan of these cheap springy nets, but it is what it is for right now, right? So I like throwing the striper suit method for a small to medium sized net. Really quick loading. You don't have to put it over your shoulder or your mouth or anything, pretty good. All right, now John's gonna put me on him. Yeah, bump it in gear, John. Of course, they're right here where this wakeboarder is about to come through. Okay, cool, he lost his rider. Let's go there. A little quicker. They're really easy to get this way. It's a 3/8 mesh, pretty small. You might need to even go a 1/4 inch mesh in case you get a whole bunch of little ones. All right, slow down a touch. Start swinging left. Straighten out, hold that cord. Touch left, hold that cord. Reverse, neutral. Alright, I'm going to run down this side of the boat. Trey, meet me in the back. Alright, so part of what we're doing here is we're going to test the well out here on the Z-Pro. The built-in well. It's 88 degrees surface temperatures right now, which are tough for baits. Scoop those in and I'm going to try it. All right, now the camera's got water on it, but you can see why I throw the small net, because if I threw a 10-footer right now, we would have killed 1,000 baits, and we don't really need that many. All right, so striper suit method is awesome, man, for a small to medium-sized net, even a larger net if you're a bigger guy. We split the net in half, and we lay this across our hands and grab the line. And I'm going to throw with my right. I'm going to throw with my left, kind of spinning it, and then I'm just going to tuck it a little bit down with my right. So these are small baits, obviously, but we're going to test the usefulness of this well in the middle of summertime, see how good it works. Okay, something you're going to need here if you're going to keep bait in your live well overnight, if you have a recirculating system like this 248 here, you're going to need just a regular sock and some egg weights. 1 ounce, 2 ounce, kind of mix them up. But I don't know, a dozen or so in there. Some 1s, some 2s. Just kind of mix it up. You could tie a knot in this, or you can use a zip strap. See, I have a zip strap right here, but I'm just going to tie a knot for now. Okay. And this is so important. You see, I have a nice little bag here. And the reason it's important is because when you're recirculating like this and you have your intake at the bottom, your fish, especially smaller baits, get trapped and pinned under here.
and they will always die. So you take this, you kind of spread the weights out, I'm doing it with one hand, and you just kind of tuck it up underneath here. Just like that. And you're making kind of a dam around that. Okay? It looks better if you don't have a knot and use a, zip strap, of course. But tuck these weights up in there. This way when these fish get sucked around, they swim around, they'll bounce off of this and they don't get stuck up underneath it. This made a huge difference. In a pinch, I just grabbed some gravel off the bank, rinsed it out in my net and stuck it up underneath there, and not one single one got stuck up underneath there. But if you don't do anything at all, you just leave that, they'll swim around the circle of this well and get stuck right underneath there. And you'll have 4 or 5 of them under there. Then they'll work their way out, and then the next suckers will get stuck under there, and then they'll work their way out, and then the next few will get stuck under there. So something like this is pretty effective. All right, we're testing out the Sea Pro live well here on some yearling gizzards, and I think there might be some threads in there too. These are really small, so they're normally tough to keep, and the water's 85 degrees. So we ran the water, we ran it for a while. We're pumping it in water, and you can see all the stuff that's crapping out and all the sediment in the water. So we want to give them a chance to get out before we switch it over. So we're going to let that run for just a little bit. See all the sediment, John? Can you see all that? Just all the... So we'll let it run. You can see it's filtering out. And the idea is we're just pumping some fresh water in here now. And then we'll go ahead and switch to recirculating. We'll put some salt in here and some ice and go ahead and get it down temperature wise. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, on the live well switch, Michael, it says live well 1. Switch it down. Okay, now you see it rotates here. Now it's no longer pumping in water from the lake. It's pumping in water from here. It's sucking it from the bottom, pumping it at the top, and the bubbles are coming in with the Venturi valve. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and add salt. At this time, it's a 30-gallon live well. And that's probably 2 solo cups worth. And we're going to throw a bag of ice in here. We went ahead and added some salt. Now we're going to add some ice. We have our recirculating pump on. Let's see how they do. That's good, that's good. I think that'll be good. That's probably equal to a gas station bag of ice, 5 pounds or so like that. And we added some salt already. I might add a little more salt. This is just rock salt for, pool. Water softening salt. You definitely don't want to add iodized salt from your house. But a bag of this stuff, 40-pound bag is like $5, so it's good to have. Really good for herring too. And that's it. We'll leave our recirculating on overnight. And I might add a little bit of ice. Probably 5-pound bags worth. We might do another 5 pounds and just let it sit overnight and see how they do.
So we're keeping it cold because they like it colder, I guess?
Well, it slows all their body process down. Everything slows down. They don't need as much oxygen. They don't need to swim as much. It just chills them out. Keeps them from damaging themselves by smashing into the walls. Yeah, when it's hot, it's very hard to keep them alive in captivity. Oh, it feels nice and cool already. See this one here on top? He's got to go. We got to get him out of there.
This one a little sideways.
Is that him? Yeah, this guy here. He's a bigger one, but I know it. He'll cost us the whole tank. Any black ones? Number one reason people have their bait die is they overload the well. They get greedy. They throw that net, it's so much bait they can't believe it, and they overload the well, and before you know it, they used up all the oxygen in the tank so quick that they kill them all. Alright, cool. Dump the rest. I think we're rocking.
Okay, it's been 6 hours. So far so good. Definitely see some, you know, particles and stuff floating. Gizzard Shad are very, very dirty baits. But besides that, they're doing really, really well. Alright, let's see if they go through the night. No filter at all. Just ice and salt.